I'm curious to see how the blocking lineup of Carol can deal with this really fast offense from Thailand.
Right, let's get this one on the road. It's going to be Chachuan Moksri who will get this started. She goes long. Julia Bergman had a look at that and decided just to duck underneath it, read it long, and was correct.
Not the best start, but every point is equal in volleyball, whether it's a big error or a 17-minute rally.
Carol, who is such a good server, sends in a pretty soft one this time, and oh, Carol's hit the deck there in a collision with Julia, and she's holding her shoulder. No, that's not good. Well, Julia's smiling, but Carol isn't. Well, hopefully this is nothing serious. That's why she'll have felt that.
Man, I know what she's feeling right now. I've had a few of them. When you go up to block as well, that happens sometimes. People will pull their elbows down before they've landed, and that goes right into that soft part of your muscle there.
Well, hopefully we see her again soon. I think she's okay, but just as a precaution, she'll sit down as they go along. Yeah, I'm just looking at Carol on the sideline, and one of the coaching staff is coming up and having a look, but there's no huge concern on that Brazil bench. I don't think that is a serious injury. If that was a dislocation or something like that, they'd be going to work on it. No sign of the medics. You can just see there in the background. It's just like, yeah, leave me alone, I'm okay. Kissy with serve. Oh, there's the block immediately. That one slipped down the line there by Pimpachaya. No winner there for Julia K. Pimpachaya tries to go cross-court. Kissy takes that option away. Julia B is denied. This is some rally early in the match as well. Is this setting the tone?
Oh,
some dig there to deny Charapon from Gabby. And then Julia Bergman, no, she's picked up on the cross-court. This rally's just going on and on and on, and eventually out, and Thailand win it. Oh, I don't know if we had a stopwatch on that one, but that was some rally for the 5th point of the match.
Buddy, and I just had mentioned how every rally, or every point I say, doesn't matter, it all counts the same. But this one, incredible. Starting off with that great dig by Gabby. Like to see that both teams are coming out with some enthusiasm.
Kissy comes in, and it's picked up nicely in the backcourt by Chachuan. Pimpachaya finds the far corner. Absolutely sweetly struck cross-court there. Thailand with a confident start to this.
Yeah, there's a look at Carol. I think she is going to be all right, but better safe than sorry. Pimpachaya has been someone so impressive. We had our eye on, I've had my eye on her all week and been impressed.
Service to Julia, nice one-handed reverse set from Chris. There's another reverse set, and there's a block. I'll tell you, that was the Spice Girls. Julia B, Julia K locked up together there, and this was scary Spice time if you're the swinger on the other side of the net.
Loving the analogy. We're dating ourselves by talking about the Spice Girls here, but yeah, great block by Bergman, pressing over, taking away all the angles. Good work.
It's Julia Bergman who will serve now. That is a nice pickup in the backcourt as well by Julia. Gabby is blocked out of it, nice containing block. Gabby will have another go, takes that one off the block. She is, as I say, every time I see her, in terms of technique, she's virtually flawless.
Yeah, and I also love that her teammates are working behind her as well. So she gets that first attack, goes in the block, and her teammates give her a recycle. She can go again. That's a great effort.
Julia B with serve. That's another sweet hit from Pimpachaya. Oh.
She finds it, you know? I can't really put my finger on what it is. It's not the most hard hit I've ever seen, but she's kind of up in the air and then a really quick arm. So the blocker's in place, Gabby's there, but she finds that really deep corner. Precise.
You're always either looking for power or placement.
Right.
You can blend the two, and she does that.
And speed.
McCrease slips it backside, and it's easy. Lovely put away on the running attack from Julia K.
So I think we're going to see Brazil getting their middles involved a little bit more than usual. They rely pretty heavily on the outside the guns of Gabby and Kissy, but I'd like to see the middles.
Carol back in, incidentally. So they fake to Carol, and Kissy just ripped it, but too long.
Thought we might have seen a touch there.
Well, there's no word from the Brazilian side here. Nah.
Oh no, not even close. But look how high. I mean, look at the contact point there. She's well and truly over the block.
Good to see Carol back. Hataya, one of the Thai middle blockers. Back to serve Gabby. Oh, come on. I mean, that's an angle. That's missable. That is missable, and she's just drilled it inside the line perfectly.
Yeah, that's picture perfect. You look at her height, first of all. So she's inside. She's already beat the blockers with speed and her position, but then that angle on it at the end.
It's a nice take. It's going to be the block, though, once again. Carol's in there alongside Kissy. I think Kissy will say, that's one of mine, thank you very much. I've really gone into this knowing that Brazil block is going to be a headache for us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is no surprise. With the set, and Julia Bergman doing some serious work on the defensive end in the backcourt there. Might have a bit more to do here, Brazil.
Great pickup.
Julia tries to transition it into offense and has hit it too long. A tough take for Julia. I like the way she went for it aggressively. Didn't just contain.
Yeah, but starting off with some incredible touches by Gabby and Natinya. That's kind of a young person's error, I'm going to say. I mean, it's very slight, but you could tell she wanted to put it in. She wasn't trying to do too much with it, so it was smart.
Kissy looks for the cross court, nicely picked up by Chachuan. In comes the pipe attack, turns into a dink. Natalia gets a pancake on that. Kissy will have another swing, nothing doing there. Pianut takes care of that, but it's an overpass and a put away easy for Carol.
Carol's just waiting there, and 3 people are up. Oh no, sorry, this is the first one. So the pancake is good, beautifully done. And then Carol's one-on-one, sees that it's coming over and is disciplined. So that's harder to do than it looks like. She has to make sure she doesn't hit the net, which she does well.
Ooh, that's a rip, but it's ripped wide. Chachuan just needs to fine-tune the radar there.
Yeah, the width is there, the line is open. You can see what she wanted to do.
Gabby with serve.
Ooh.
Yeah, you talked about this, the speed of their offense. I mean, that was a good illustration of it.
Yeah.
Just bang, bang, bang.
And that's the thing, the blocker, you can see Carol, and she's the best blocker in the league, so she knows what she's doing, but she's on her way down as the attacker is already contacting the ball, so you don't have enough time to do that bounce, sort of like trampolining.
Chachuan with serve. Natalia takes care of that. Carol takes care of the rest.
Yeah, good push from Macris. A lot of space there. She's wide open. One blocker, good angle. Just getting it done. Business as per usual.
It's the second libero. Supatra couldn't control that. It's a nice take. But unfortunately, it's been pushed wide. But are they going to get this looked at?
I think so. From where I was sitting, that was in. In fact, they look a little bit confused. Jara Sporn, someone we mentioned in the opening of the match as somebody to watch out for. And indeed, Thailand's been using her, trying to find those angles through the middle.
Well, let's see.
Oh, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said anything.
Not by much. The call.
We're on the other side of the court for anyone listening.
Exactly. How could we see that?
That's my excuse.
How could we see that?
Well, the refs had it right in the first place.
So that's a challenge burned. You get 2 challenges per set. And if you lose it, you've lost one. Julia Bergman again looking for something that's not there. sends that wide.
I'd like to see the angle of the blockers there. So look, there isn't that much line, but she's just tried to do too much. And I think the smart play there is to maybe use the hands of the blockers rather than trying to go clean down the line, because she over-rotates her whole body. You've got to choose one, the wrist or the body.
Thailand doing the chasing here, and serving Gabby isn't going to help. Yeah, don't serve Gabby. I think might be the lesson from that one.
Hot tip.
That's probably what he's thinking as well.
Oh, yeah.
ดูนะใน12 ลูกพอเราห่างเขา3 แต้ม4 แต้มเนี่ยเราเสียเอง3 แต้มนะ3 แต้มเพราะฉะนั้น4 แต้มด้วยสิ่งที่สำคัญที่สุดตอนนี้เสิร์ฟปั๊บโซนดีเฟนส์กับบล็อกต้องทำงานร่วมกันให้ได้ เพราะว่าตีเนี่ยเขาตีไม่ได้หนักจนเกินไปแต่เราควบคุมไม่ได้เองเข้าใจไหมแล้วแค่เรื่องตีไม่ต้องกลัวมีเพื่อนรองใหญ่มากเอาตัวให้รอดทัดเทิร์ดได้หมดเข้าใจไหมนะสำคัญที่สุดเราต้องเล่นแบบมีความเชื่อมั่นหน่อยเชื่อมั่นในกลยุทธ์ของเราต้องได้กลยุทธ์ของเราให้ได้ดิ3 เมตรต้องทำทุกคนต้องทำนะปั้นหน้าไว้หน้าจ่ายไว้หลังจ่ายอะไรก็ได้
The attack percentage much higher already, and a couple of blocks already for Brazil. It won't end at 2 this match, I can guarantee you that.
I love that we got to see the replay of that middle ball, because it's such a very slight difference between a ball that can be blocked and a ball that's going to be a kill, just pushed a little bit further than where the blocker is, and Julia Kay able to use that to her advantage, turn that sideways. Clever move.
So out of the technical timeout, Brazil with the 12-8 lead here in set 1. And it'll be Kisi serving. 2 of them went for it, but it worked, and that is some swing from Hataya. Too good for Natalia.
Oh, I like that there's so much middle involved already, and again, that's the same thing. She finds the angle past the person in front of her. It's really about, as a middle blocker, a middle hitter, I should say, it's all about the angles.
Pimpachaya. There you go again. Julia Kay off the quick inside set.
They stole that out of the Thailand book, that fastball that looks like Julia B would have been attacking right at the same time, the same sort of speed, but she gets a nice shot there, Julia Kay.
Fake the reverse there, and it almost came off, but a nice bit of containing work. And then Gabby, oh, they're thinking there's no contact there, but play will go on. Oh, what a dig. What a dig. My goodness me, to deny Pimpachaya. And then a dig from Chachuan. On the other side, Pimpachaya will have another go and just sends it wide. Defensively, that was a rally to really enjoy. Oh.
24-second rally. Great dig by Julia B. She keeps it in play.
How about that?
And that's the dig. That is the dig right there that you get out of Brazilian volleyball players. They just throw their body in front of the ball and make sure it comes back up. And then the blockers there doing their job, taking away their zone, forcing the error.
So Julia Bergman serving at 14-9 then. Serving Chachu on, quick running attack. Now that's contained. Julia B again in the backcourt, and Kisi sends it down the line, and it's away and off and gone. And I think this first set is away, off and gone as well from the Thai perspective. They're not coming back from this. Coach Danai does indeed call timeout.
ตอนนี้เราต้องไม่ท้อตีไม่ตายเราต้องไม่ท้อตอนนี้เราตีโครงสร้างอย่างนี้ทำไมพวกโครงสร้างอย่างนี้โดนชนหมดเลยโครงสร้างอย่างนี้ชนหมดเลยเพราะฉะนั้นฝั่งหน้านะฝั่งหน้าให้เข้ามาออก2 ข้างไป3 เมตรทำเอาข้างหลังต้องเจาะแล้วตีออก2 ข้างให้ได้ตอนนี้ท่านได้แล้วจะเล่นเนี่ยเอ็กได้เข้ามาในได้หรือโผล่มานี่ได้ไม่เป็นไรนะ
Fantastic height there off of Kisi's swing, and that's something you'll see often at this level. Players are looking for the fingernails of the block. I mean, not even just going off hands or wrists, but really that tiny touch at the top.
The service reception stats pretty high. for both teams. It's Chachuan not with an ideal one. Can she make amends? Takes it off the net cord and away. Dropped in. Much needed side out.
Yeah, Chachuan, another player that needs to get going for Thailand. We haven't seen her at all. That's her first point on the board. But she's somebody who's crucial to their offense.
Absolutely right. Again, they're serving Gabby. And it's picked up by Pianut. And the pipe attack is too good. Now we're starting to see the big guns come out. That's as Charaporn has also been pretty quiet. She's come in with a pipe attack. So Roberto won't want to see these big hitters of Thailand getting involved.
But once they get that ball where they want it, the setter Ponpun, she can run the offense she wants, and it's speed. Speed is the name of their game, and when they get it going, it's so hard to defend. Ooh.
Just sneak that one over. Gabby runs into the block. McCrease will give it to her again. She'll dink it this time. A lovely rescue from Chachuan there, but it's just recycled back over. Free ball, Brazil, blocked.
Oh.
Natalia picks it up to keep it alive. Gabby pushes into the block. Back it comes again. It's another draining rally as Kissy tries for the cross court. That's not there. That's picked up and into the net. That's a shame. They set it up perfectly. And as Charaporn has just netted.
Man, that's got to sting for Thailand because they fought and fought and fought. And you know what? They were containing. The work at the net was really impressive. They were sending back balls that you thought, oh, that might be a kill out of Gabby. Nope, blocked.
Just when you get the chance to transition as well and you come up with the net.
Yeah, it looked like they were just starting to get their offense going.
Julia Kate with serve. There you go. That's more like it. There's that quick strike offense you talked about before.
Yeah, nice space between the two blockers. You see Carol there jumping with the setter. Got sold down the river in the middle. Takes advantage of it.
Again, they serve Gabby, but this time they get the block. Chachuan is there to send that back. She had a one-on-one and she's won that duel handily.
Man, I cannot help but smile when I'm watching the Thai team. Whenever they do something well, it's not just business as usual. I mean, that's a monster block, first of all, so I'd be happy, anyone would be happy to get that. But they're just enjoying it so much, and I just love to see it.
So half the fun's watching the bench players.
Yeah.
Some choreography going on there. Gabby, no, nothing doing. Picked up by Charaporn. Carol's there with the block, and it's a simple little block. Is that going to come over? No, no.
And you know what's funny about that rule? If her hands and feet stay on the side of the net, she can touch. I mean, I think you can get your body on the other side, and they won't call it, but you just can't get your hands or feet over under the net. So she could have got away with it, but good fight, good scramble.
All this fighting and scrambling, no available play there, so Ponpun just has to flick it over. Kissy takes it into the block and into the net, and Brazil are starting just to open up some real distance between the two teams now here in this first set.
Yeah, 18 points for Brazil. That's not something you're often going to come back from unless you're right there with them.
No, you don't want to be playing catch-up against Brazil.
Nope.
That's not where you want to be. McCrease now with serve, picked up off the floor. This has got to be good, and is from Pimpichaya.
Yeah, there's Pimpichaya's offense that she is so well known for. That fast, that high jump, it's so quick. I say it every time, but that's the only word that I can think of for her. She's just straight up, and then her arm swing. It's all arm swing.
Ponpun with serve. Nice take, and an even nicer finish off the quick inside set from Carol. I think that shoulder of hers is okay, you know.
I think it's okay too. But also great work by Macrease to recognize there's a new middle blocker in and capitalize on. She might be feeling a little fresh into the game, not quite up to speed yet.
Gabby with serve. It's pushed all the way over to Charaporn, who had a tough take there and couldn't keep it in play. Pimpichaya, excuse me. Yeah, this was an awkward one to get under control.
Yeah, just a bit too wide. Not able to bring it back.
So more from Gabby here. Chachuan picks that one up. Incoming. Oh, the blocks there to take it away from Charapon. Just the push. So now Brazil will look to transition. And once again, it's just do the simple stuff. Your middle blocker's free. Set it up. Let Carol swing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of swings out of Carol in the next couple of points for the exact same reason. Have a look. It's a new middle blocker in. She doesn't look fully confident. That's Kaukalaya.
Yeah, off the block and away.
There we go, underneath the hands of the block. Good tactic for smaller players to aim for. I mean, that's a massive block in front of her. She has to aim for the armpits where they have no control.
Chachuan sends one in the direction of Gabby, who they continue to serve, and they continue to pay the price. And again, Carol is just getting fed here.
So finally, she's in the backcourt. And now Thailand could be free of her, but she's all of a sudden the top scorer with 6 points. And whenever you see a middle blocker as the top scorer, I'm always looking for that stat. I love that.
And she's capable of ace serves. We've seen plenty of those. That one was the one that just dipped, picked off the floor.
Oh.
As Charapon is denied, somehow that's kept alive. And it's just free ball Thailand.
Ah.
There you go. And that's the new one. Kaukalaya, the new middle. Now, you said she looked a bit nervous and shaky. That'll get rid of the nerves.
Yeah, for sure. I like that she got involved. I like that her setter trusted to give her the points. And that nice wide set, just a little bit floating away from the blocker on the other side.
One middle loved it, one middle not so happy. Julia with a disdainful look on the bench. There's the other Julia, Julia Bergman, with a contemptuous swing.
From behind, that's a difficult shot already because the ball's coming from over her shoulder, but she keeps it in front of her, keeps an eye on the blockers and the whole court. Good execution.
Julia Kay comes back in off the bench. And Rosa Maria Montebella, the very experienced hitter, comes in for a bit more height in the front court here. So they'll be looking to try and get a block set right now. And there it is.
Ooh-wee.
There it is, right on cue. Julia again takes us to set point. As soon as Rosa Maria had come in, you knew they're looking for the block. It wasn't Rosa Maria, it was alongside Julia Kay. But they got the block point they wanted, and that takes it to set point. And they will keep that same lineup in the front court here, with Roberta, the backup setter, sending that just a little bit too long.
We used to have a rule in the club that I played for that you had to buy a bottle of wine for your coach if you missed your serve on set point. If that's the rule in Brazil.
That's a harsh rule.
There you go.
Roberta's out of pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Sirima Manakit comes in off the bench and serves an ace.
That's a great entrance into the match.
Oh, you're not kidding.
I don't think that was a particularly strong serve. It just so happened, I mean, both those players thought it was the other one.
Well, that's the key. Half
That's
the time,
enough.
have two of them thinking it's theirs. Then Julia
Ooh,
says,
nice.
That's enough of that. But no, kept alive. And it's a nice deep one sent back by Chachuan, and then inside it goes, and again a great rescue. They're not going anywhere quietly. As Charapon gets a win, no, doesn't get a winner. Julia sent it back over. Near side it comes, nothing doing there. Tanachia is stuffed out of it. A big block to win it. That's appropriate as well because they were so strong on the block in that first set, Brazil.
They were. I mean, Thailand's the kind of team that's not going away easily, and that they fought there. You know, they were working every single point to try and keep the ball off the ground. We'll have a look there. See, look at the defensive effort. Bodies on the floor, having to send a free ball. But the block too strong in the end. A good finish by Julia Kay. She's pressing over. She's closing the space. 5 blocks in total for Brazil.
So the first set goes the way the history books suggested it would go. Brazil have dominated this series, Thailand with just one win. over the course of this rivalry. And if they want to get a second win here, they're going to have to come from behind to do it, because they've lost this first set 18-25. Here's the attack zones for Brazil. As you can see, they've certainly got a game plan.
Interesting, it says 0 middle, and I'm guessing that means the middle attackers were attacking. We saw that. Carol and Julia were getting some balls, but they just were pushing away from where the setter was. They were pushing to that push ball in front or the fast behind, whereas Thailand were using the entire spread of the net, and that's all tactics. So Thailand's pretty much even in every single zone, which is, you know, usually that's pretty effective for them because it keeps the blockers on their toes, but the Brazilian blockers are just so well versed in their sport, in what they're doing, that they can handle it. They can handle anything that Thailand throws at them.
Yeah, 5 blocks for Brazil, a difference, and the opponent errors from Thailand, giving up 7 of them. And a lot of those were errors that just Brazil pressure really created for them.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't often see that many errors out of the Thai team. They're usually much more solid in that area. But perhaps a little bit of stress, a little bit of nerves, knowing they have to win if they want to stay relevant in the tournament.
So that's it for the first set. You mentioned about Thailand and the pressure on them, they've got to get a win. As we look at Carol's numbers, 1 block, but it won't stay as 1 block. But Thailand are in this strange position. 5 wins might get them in. You don't know. But they might not. So they've certainly got to push and say, well, we've got to try and find another win from somewhere. Is it going to be against Brazil or against Italy? I mean, that's a hard road to travel.
Yeah.
It really is. You don't want to leave the fate in someone else's hand.
Yeah, and this tournament in that area, like you said, in the 8th and 9th position, it could come down to 1 set. So even if Thailand doesn't win this match, they want to pick up a set. 2 set wins mean they get at least 1 point.
Well, that's the tiebreak between Thailand and Dominican Republic. Thailand's 1 more sets. Well, that tiebreaker has come into play. Here we are, set 2 underway. Nice containing block in the middle there, and then Julia B tries to go to work as Carla will look to finish it off, and no, can't do it. Gabby with an absolutely outstanding dig in the backcourt, but free ball Thailand incoming, no play. As Charaporn can't deliver, Kissy goes for finesse. That doesn't work either. Well, another big rally ends with another error as Pimpinchaya nets.
Man, a couple of those now that looked like they were going the way of Thailand. They were fighting, staying in it. But the defense, I mean, come on, Gabby with a one-handed just throwing it under the ball. And that's disappointing end.
Pun can't execute the dump. And again, it's ridiculous in the backcourt from Gabby. Julia's cross court doesn't work, but the block does. Carol and Kissy there side by side, and Kissy might be saying, hey, that's mine.
Man, Brazil is looking fluid right now. Thailand not finding any easy shots, but had Charaporn falling a little bit away. Oh, excuse me, that was Chachuan.
Gabby with serve. Really nice take. This should go. Yeah, it did. It had to go, didn't it? That's a huge swing.
So that's something Thailand can and should use more of. That try to throw the block off, right? So you see the outside hitter coming around for the cross. The blockers of Brazil have to take 1 split second to make a decision who's going to block what, and it's just too much.
So we get more serving from the setter and a whiff there from Carol. That's a rare breakdown. You won't see too many of those from Brazil. Just talking that one over as well quickly.
Yeah, I want to see that again because I'm not 100% sure that ball was meant to go. Yeah, it didn't look like Julia was anywhere near that, so it must have been for Carol, just a bit pushed, a bit high, but not enough speed. Miscommunication.
Well,
Happens.
like you say, let's see it again because you won't see it very often.
Yeah.
Not from McCrease, you won't. We're going to see more of Pornpun serving, and there's a block. I'll tell you, Kukailaya has been doing well since she came on, but that one takes a whole chunk of net cord, and that really helped.
Yeah, that first ball from McCrease going back to Carol, but the block was ready for it. They had seen it. And Gabby getting a bit of luck off the tape.
A lot of luck. Carol with serve. Oh, that one just dropped, didn't it? Yeah, she's having a tough time out there at the moment. There's Chanaporn, I think that was again.
Ooh, what do Brazil think? Is it in? Is it out? Is it worth the challenge? I'm not going to call it this time because I was wrong last time.
Thailand need this call going their way because I think the block thought they'd done enough again, but they're not completely convinced, and if you're not convinced, he's certainly not going to challenge.
Right.
Well, she needed this.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing there. Oh, and another. Now, hang on, what's going on here? I tell you, Zé Roberto is walking away, scratching his head. Like, once, okay. Twice in 3 points? What's going on?
And that's so tough because as a setter and a middle, whose fault really is it? If one person thought they were setting something and the other person thought it was something else.
You're a middle blocker, it's always the setter's
I'm
fault.
going to blame the setter, yeah, for sure.
That's a lovely pick-up down the line, that really was. Kesey must have thought she'd got a winner there, not so. Julia does get a winner, goes cross-court. That's really unlucky for the setter, Supatra, who picked up a beautiful dig down the line. You know, it counts for nothing.
Yeah, the one-on-one. I'm going to give credit to the setter now because she forced the middle of Thailand to follow her when she's moving back. The blocker followed her, gives a one-on-one to her outside hitter.
Kesey with serve. Oh, that's an overpass from Chachuan. That's a freebie. You won't get away with those against Brazil. In fact, you won't get away with those against anybody.
Not at this level, no. And the players are expecting it. They know they have tough servers behind them. So the role of the blockers when there's somebody serving tough is pay attention for that moment because it's a free point if you get it.
Kesey. Again with serve, it's a better take. Still a little bit of work for the setter to do. That's some down-the-line effort there. And Gabby is just, I mean, Gabby is, well, that's a nice swing. That really is from Kukailaya. That really is. I'm still marveling at that Gabby dig. But I tell you, Kukailaya has come in, and you said she looked a bit shaky on the first couple of points, but she's up to game speed now. This is ridiculous.
You're making it look so graceful. I mean, she's having fun with it too, but the blocker,
she's having fun with it too.
She certainly is. She's not that high above the net. She's just really disciplined. I mean, her arms and her hands are closing off tight to the net. No space for the ball.
Kukailaya will now serve. It's not the greatest of serves, but they've got a chance at it here. No, that's not going to work. Just try to improvise something out of not very much there. Pushed it too deep. No real play there for Eschanapur. They haven't managed to get her involved in the offense as much as they would like so far.
Not at all. She's normally much higher scoring. She only had 3 points right now so far.
But there was really no play there at all for her. Julia B with serve, and again it's a bit close to the net, and that's why they paid for it. Put the setter in a really, really bad spot. Always going to be trouble.
A little bit too tight. I mean, Pornpun did a good job to save it and put something up that's hittable, but low maybe.
Julia serving Chachu on. Cross court's too good. Is it? No, it's going to come back. They're so good at rescuing, aren't they? They really are. That was Kesey. No, they're not going to rescue that. Couldn't try it down the line.
Gabby's there, but it's one-on-one. She's taking away a fair bit of space.
She confuses me. She's on the list as Natalia. You see the back of her shirt is Natinia, but we know who she is.
Well, there's another Natalia in the national team, so don't want to be confused.
All right, well, that shirt's taken then.
Yeah, that's
right. We've been seeing a lot of Gabby on the defensive side of things, but that is where we love to see her. In fact, it should be a rule. If you're this good an offensive player, you should be a rubbish defensive player. But she's not. She's just outstanding in both phases.
Save some talent for the rest of us, Gabby.
Yeah, I mean, that was an effortless cross-court kill again. Julia sends that one in. Thailand looking to try and hang on here. Couldn't swing through that. And Kissy can swing through. Pimpichaya's done well to keep it alive, but there's no real play here for Chachuan. Just has to dump that over. Hope for the best. Backside it goes. Again, Chachuan's there to pick it up. Now, can they improvise something out of this? You bet. Yeah, that's not coming back. That's not coming back. Good defensive work again from Thailand.
Especially because Brazil had the free ball there. And when Brazil gets a free ball, it doesn't often come back their way. So the swing from Carol and the defense just getting her body behind it. Point able to find her big hitter, Pimpichaya. Gabby wasn't sure either. She's like, should I block? Should I not?
Oh, hello. We got an ace. We got an ace, and we got a regenerated set here. And
the joy is real.
Yeah.
The joy is real.
Well, she's always got a smile on her face as Charaporn.
Man, that ball just drops. Speed and tempo just fall right out of the bottom of it. No spin on it. That's a great serve. I think Brazil doing some tactics, some slowing down, some wiping of the floor, some chatting. Anything they can do to slow down the momentum of Thailand.
As the floated one comes in there. Gabby manages to deal with it, but no real swing on that from Brazil. There's a chance for a swing here, and there's a chance for a block as well, but somehow, again, it's been kept alive. Another block, but it's off the block. I tell you, Supatra had a dig there to keep that alive in the backcourt for Thailand. Oh, that's outstanding.
Those are the plays that can make or break, because if your teammates are behind you and they're covering you, then you have so much more confidence as an attacker. So the second time she goes even harder, and this time picks up the point.
And there you go.
Yeah, I love to see the bench. They are absolutely into it.
You get as much fun watching the bench after Thailand win a point as you will anything else. They are so into it. McCrease will give it to Gabby, who's decided that that's enough Thai celebrations for now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, she's into it as well. She's into winning.
Yeah.
Fast one outside, and Carol as well is holding the blocker there. They're trying to go in a three-man block, but two of them stuck with Carol.
McCrease with serve. Serving as Charaporn. There's the block once again, rescued by Pimpichaya. This is a tough take for Chachuan. She tried to finesse it. Gabby picked that up, of course, and then Kissy takes one off the block again. I mean, I'm losing track of how many digs Gabby's having in this match.
I was about to say, how is she in the right place every single time? It just looks as if she's just there and waiting. I mean, she just is. Well, that's the play after it, but she's just kind of, that was a roll shot. That was off the speed. It came off the block. It changed direction, but nevertheless, she's there.
Yeah, the ball loves it.
She's a magnet.
McCrease serves as Charaporn. There's again the containing block. That might have even been Gabby on the containing block this time. And that's Carol with the block. That's not coming back. One-on-one wipeout from Carol.
And interestingly, that's only her second block of the match, but it's one-on-one, and she's so strong with her shoulders. It's all about core when you're blocking. It's about positioning and core.
There's Charaporn finding no way through. And finding a way through there was Pimpichaya. Julia Bergman was in the backcourt. That was too good.
Yeah, Thailand kind of found their target now. Couple of points in a row that Julia B hasn't been able to handle. And I think Pimpichaya is going to be aiming at her from now until the end of the match.
Goes backside, and that's Gabby.
Oh man, the wind up too. Technical timeout. We'll have to watch that replay after we chat. Have a listen in.
ถ้าดูแอคชั่นถูกไหมไม่เป็นไร คือเนี่ยแหละเราต้องเปลี่ยนจังหวะให้ได้เฮ้ยบอลไม่ห่างนะทุกคนเชื่อมั่นหน่อยเชื่อมั่นในตัวเองเชื่อมั่นในเพื่อนผู้ต้องเชื่อมั่นมากกว่านี้ทุกคนเล่นได้เต็มขับออกมาถ้าตีข้างในไม่ได้เองผสมอย่างเดียวได้ไม่เป็นไรผสมปั๊บตัวนี้มาวนเอาข้างนอกเฮ้ยเราต้องดึงขีดความสามารถที่เรามีเราตีข้างนอกไม่ผ่านเราก็ต้องตีข้างในให้ผ่านโอเคนะเข้าใจนะโอเคนะควบคุมให้ได้2 แต้มเองไม่ไกลไม่ไกล
Tough to be coached down, I hear. His team isn't playing badly. They are not playing badly at all. But Brazil are up for this.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think what would be my strategy if I were a coach going up against this Brazilian squad, because they have everything. You have to beat them with speed on the block, but their defensive efforts are so impressive, especially when Gabby's back there.
Gabby with serves Chachuan, the dump. Okay. No, Natinya picks that up. Natalia, whatever you want to call it, she got there, and there's a swing that's too long from Kisi. That helps.
So how does Thailand continue to force Brazil to make those kind of errors? Because Kisi has the advantage there. She's high, she's got plenty of space down the line, she's over the block, just looked like she over-rotated ever so slightly, but how does Thailand get more of that?
Bumping down the line, picked up by Juliet Bergman, who will get the third touch here as well. Into the block and then into the net.
Yeah, it looked like the middle blocker a little bit late, diving, trying to reach, but the trick there is just to go over the net wherever you are, just stop and reach over rather than reaching out to your outside blocker. So that's what's going to happen.
Carroll with serve. Nice pick up by Pianut. That's a cross-court winner. That's Pimpichaya doing what she does so well.
Pimpichaya with 8 points now, top scorer of the match, if you can believe it.
Gabby, too good. A little bit of fortune there because as Charapon was going into full retreat to get in the backcourt, and if she'd held her ground, she'd have been there to pick this up. Just watch number 18. She's going back.
And that's another sort of basic fundamental rule. When once the attacker hits the ball, stop. Wherever you are, just stop, so that way you can make a reaction.
Kissy with the serve. That's Gabby somehow improvising. One straight back over.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that had to be perfect, and it was.
Natinya's there. She's just a couple of centimeters away from it.
Well, if you can put it where she can't get it, you really have placed it. A lovely little touch there from Kukalaya. She will now be rewarded with a chance to serve here at 13-14. Still Thailand chasing, but still very much in contact here. Serving Gabby, not sure why. Either that or there's like 3 Gabbies out there and they're just literally everywhere. They just can't avoid her.
She's cloned herself in the backcourt. Well, you also don't want to serve Natinya, so there's really only a sliver of court left.
It doesn't leave many options. You've cut the options right down, haven't you?
Yeah.
Let's get one of those big middles in there. They can't receive ever. Go after them.
Why do you think we hide? We take up one little corner of space and we'll say, we'll get this ball.
Here's Julia Bergman, serving straight down the middle to Chachuan. That's nice, off the block and away from Pimpichaya's, hitting well.
Yeah, well, you use the block in front of her as well. I mean, the blocker's there. Let's have a look at it again. Fast ball behind. Gabby's well placed, but just slightly late getting over.
Gabby, she can't block. She's not good.
Okay,
Come
yeah.
on.
We found her weakness.
Yeah, well, that ain't it. I tell you, that ain't it. She can swing.
Yeah, She definitely can. She can do everything. We are just joking. Anyone out there that
just in case anyone thinks we're being serious
pick up on our sarcasm. She is incredible.
It's just nice to see occasionally Gabby gets beaten.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't happen to us. Certainly not happening in this match.
Does not.
Julia with serve. Chachuan's just about got that under control. Oh, get out of here. Julia with a dig off the floor.
Oh,
and then the other Julia
okay.
drops it right on the baseline. Hey, the Spice Girls play again. The two Julias getting involved.
And I always give double credit, like I say, whenever the middle blocker gets a defense. That was a good one, too.
Heck of a pickup.
Even though Julia B gets the point on the scoreboard.
เพราะฉะนั้นเวลาเราไปอย่างเงี้ย
I'm out cold.
ตีอย่างเงี้ยถูกไหมแล้วจะตีลงเลยว่าอย่างนี้เลยอย่างนี้เลยอย่างนี้เลยเข้าใจไหมไปถึงเข้าไปถึงอย่าตีบล็อกมันมีแค่นี้ปุ๊บไปนี่เลยเข้าใจไหมตียาวขึ้นนิดนึงเพราะว่าเราตีตรงนี้มันดันมาหมดอ่ะมันดันอย่างนี้เลยนะตอนนี้ถูกไหมและอีกอย่างหนึ่งเวลาโต้กลับโซนเรายืนดึงดึงยาวนิดนึงเพราะมันจะตีออกอย่างนี้เห็นไหมสังเกตไหมเราไม่อยู่นะใช่ไหม
Well, Brazil a little bit quieter, at least in the block. Good receptions, 53% good. So they're working on some good plays at the net, but only 2 blocks so far this set for Brazil.
Julia K with serve. We've got plenty of blocks up in place there. Julia B managing to scramble something over, but that's just delaying it, isn't it? Surely, and Hataya says, yes, it is, sends it down.
Sometimes that can be dangerous if you go up to swing on that. So there's the bring back. Good effort, but anytime you go up to swing on that, the 2 blockers are there ready and waiting, so much credit to Hataya to find the angle underneath Carol there, because it could have been a stuff block right back down.
Here's Charapon. Getting ready to serve. Thailand just sticking close. Forcing an effort out of Brazil. And Gabby gets in front of Julia there, and then has the final word as well. I tell you.
Speaking of cloning herself, right?
If Gabby could set to herself, she'd do it.
She does tend to take the entire weight of the team at certain points. But I mean, she's just a competitor. She does not want to be neck and neck with this team. She wants to pull ahead, finish off this set.
I tell you, this is very quietly absolutely dazzling from Gabby. It really is. That's off the net and away. But a touch. Touch. Well, that's a big bonus for Thailand. I thought that was net cord and away, but obviously not. Let's have another look at this. Just caught Gabby there.
And it looks like they're having a bit of conversation. I couldn't see completely in that replay, but it looked like Gabby was saying, go, go, go. I touched it.
Hataya with serve. McCrease throws it up there for Julia Bergman. This is going to come back, though, into the block.
Oh.
And, well, we all saw what happened there, the lift. Carol would beg to differ.
Yeah, she can argue it, but that's really up to Davide, the head referee, up to his discretion. From what I saw, it did look like it dribbled down and touched a couple of body parts on the way down, so that's fairly a point.
Oh, Gabby with an overpass. Gabby with an overpass. And it's punished. And Thailand, look at this. They're clawing their way back into this. They got level.
Love the aggression on the overpass, too. So the setter's coming from the backcourt. She cannot jump and block. She has to just sort of stand there. Try to deflect it, if anything.
Chachuan with the swing that draws Thailand level here. There's Gabby with the pickup, and that is lovely. Just took a little bit off that, Carol. So found a big landing area mid-court.
Yeah, she was heavily involved in the offense in the first half of the set, the first set. That one even a whiff, not a full contact, but that's a point. Point's a point, you know?
Gabby serving us Charapon. That's tight. That's tight. And now Brazil can switch it over to Julia Bergman. Did that take a touch? Yep. Brazil suddenly having been had it clawed back, they've opened it up again. 2 quick points for them.
The back set from Carol, okay. Yeah, Bergman seeing exactly what she wanted to do, just down the line, grab the blocker on the way through. Easy pickup for Brazil.
New personnel coming in, Tanacha coming in for Thailand. And a bit of a shuffle of the deck. Sirima, who we saw come in late in the first set as well. She's back out there.
So Thailand within striking distance, 1 point from Brazil.
We're going to see a return, I believe, with Pornpunt coming back in.
It was short-lived.
Alongside Pimpichai. Yeah, that was a cameo, wasn't it? For the 2 subs. What was that? What did I do wrong? We won the point.
That's what you did. You did it right. Oh,
No,
good.
now, they got a chance here. They got a chance. Can they take that chance? No, it's into the block. Into the block. But out. Out. Now, I wonder if that's worth having a second look at.
I don't see any.
No, they're not bothered, are they?
No, I think they had a better look at that than we did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not by much, but it's out. Pornpunt serves Gabby. Carol says enough is enough. Well, Brazil are really being made to work up a sweat here.
And Carol's the top scorer of the Brazilian side with 9 points. She is lethal when she gets into it. I think she's also kind of a confidence player. She was hot there in the beginning with a lot of blocks and attacks. Then there was a couple of miscommunications there with her and her setter, but once she gets going again.
Carol with serve, and it's a good one. It's caused a problem for Pianut. And that's a lovely pickup as well from Carol on the cross court. Now they can just keep this alive. No, she's not got enough on it there, Chachuan. That's a shame. I mean, she was trying to find a really tight angle there to give Brazil very little to work with. That's what she was doing.
Yeah, tried to do a little bit too much. That's a good pickup down the line because no one was there. There was a lot of space there. You hate to see those unforced errors when they're so close.
And this close to the end of the set as well. That's opened it up. It's got to be side out here. Oh, that's a flying pipe attack coming in there. They've been a bit hit and miss with their pipe attacks, especially with Charapon there, but there was no miss with this one. That was drilled.
And something you see from the Thai team is the setter will jump, and when she's on her way down is when she sets, and she changes up the timing, makes it so hard on the block.
Chachuan serving. This is trouble. Hey, they're level again on the overpass. Julia Bergman with the mistake. And the ties just won't go away in this second set.
Yeah. Kaukalea, I spoke about her early on, and I think she's trying to prove me wrong as well.
She shut us both up, believe me. I mean, as you said, shaky couple of points, and since then has been absolutely rock solid. And look at this, he's got to call the timeout now.
Vamos organizar essa bola agora. Tem que estar só com o bônus, porque ela sempre tira para um, sempre tira para um.
Chamando bola, vamos
There we go, a couple of serve points here for Thailand. That's helped. Chachuan serves Gabby. And the crease has to move. And the Bergman hit is too good. That's a nice hit from Julia Bergman. If you can get that backcourt of Thailand scrambling around, you know you've hit it well.
Double sub comes in.
Yeah, with Roberta going back to the service line and Rosa Maria bringing that height into the front court. That's what he always always does at the end of a set, seemingly. Zé Roberto. And McCree skims the net cord. Ripped cross-court kill.
So the extra height in the net did not make a difference. He's not happy about it. But the speed is what's so important here. And look, the ball is so inside. So even though Rosa Maria is there, the ball just drifts inside of her and the power that comes with it. Hard to stop.
Pimpachai with serve, and it's a good one. It's an ace.
Oh.
Wow. Well, they're no longer chasing. They've got themselves ahead, and they're at set point here, Thailand.
And who is it that got the ace? None other than Kaukalea, who we have been hyping up ever since she got in. Except for those first couple of points.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Once she got up to game speed, I mean, she's been terrific.
I haven't seen a lot of her this entire tournament. But impressive work.
Offense and defense. Now she comes up with an ace. She went after Natalia again. This has got to go. It's a tough take for Bergman. Picked up by Chachuan. This is set point, remember. Oh, my goodness. It was there. It was there. Oh, what a miss.
Oh, man, the Thai fans are going to be holding their breath. I think the Brazilian fans, too, they might have been a little bit nervous there, but...
Those are the ones you got. You're playing Brazil, you got to have those. That's a tough miss. Got to forget about it now, though. We're level. We move on.
Oh.
Kissy picks that up. Gabby will swing from...
Oh.
Come on.
Defense and then Gabby. That's the story today, is just...
I mean, there's a lot of work to do with that swing, and she just made it look like there's nobody on the other side of the court.
Yeah.
How does she find those gaps? So from set
call her
point
Gappy.
Thailand, set point Brazil with Julia B. Looking to wrap this up. They've had a scare here, but they win it with an ace. Chachuan took her eye off it, I think. That's all it took. 2 big errors win for them. But they're facing a big, big problem here, and service reception was perfect. Carol just took care of the rest. Perfect start to the set for Brazil.
Yeah, and I'm casting my mind back to those few errors, the miscommunications between the setter and the middle attacker. But now it looks like they've cleared that up.
Yeah, that's not going to stick around for long, is it? Carol's overdue an ace. Not getting one here either. Ooh. It's Pimpicaya, who's been their most reliable hitter, sending one really long.
Against no block as well. Julia B has crept in there, following the setter, expecting a set to the pipe perhaps, but wide open net, big error.
So Carol serves. Brazil looking to, oh, she's almost got it. She's managed to generate the overpass. They're queuing up for this one, but so's the block. So's the block. That's a bonus for the Thais.
Yeah, good looking block for Thailand. But Julia B had to step in and pass the first ball, didn't get a full approach. She's kind of like floating towards the side, floating forward.
And a setup block as well. Setters love that.
Yeah.
Pom-pom with a big smile on her face there. Won't be smiling after that. Side out.
Yeah, more middle. That's the key for Brazil. That's the prescription. Use your middle.
Kissy serving at 3-1. 2 sets in the bank for Brazil already. Serves as Charaporn. It's a containing touch there. And then they can transition over to the near side where Julia B will rub one off the block, and Brazil off to a quick start here. And Coach Danai just approaching his players, just trying to wind them up a little bit. You can't play catch up with Brazil.
Yeah, and that's a much better swing from Julia B. She goes down the line, over her shoulder, sees the block, uses off the hands. Classic.
Kissy Nascimento with the serve. Ooh, bit of a breakdown there. Will they get away with it? As Charaporn with a nice dig to pick up the cross court, and that's worked out nicely for Pimpicaya on the pipe attack.
Bit of luck. Not sure who that would have gone underneath. One of the blockers from Brazil let her hands off the net a bit, leaving some space. Yeah, it looks like in the middle, Julia K.
Well, we're looking at that replay. Gabby's gone over to have a word with the referee. Play will continue. Thailand chasing. Hataya with serve. There's the block once again. That's a big one. Chachuan was certainly part of that. Chachuan may have got her hands on that one.
Man, perfect reception there. Yeah, she's saying, yeah, that got me in the wrist. But so fast. I mean, I like that Macris is using her middle. I've said that, but it just, 2 blockers, I think they were expecting it.
Well, they were locked together, weren't they? Net serve from Hataya. But at least this third set hasn't become a runaway train after that fast start for Brazil. The Thais have settled down here. Julia Bergman skims the net.
Oh.
The dump from Pornpun is effective. It's a little shot weapon. Don't use it too often, but when you do, make sure it's effective.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You don't see it that often, but that's for good reason. Gabby drops her hands because she's not expecting it, hasn't seen it all game. Why should she expect it? But that's the moment to use it.
Smart. Serving Julia B, and that's going to mean there's no play here. The reception wasn't perfect, far from it, but the block was good. Pimpicaya into the block and out. And just like that, Thailand are back level again. Good response.
Was that a fake cover from Pimpicaya? So she goes up to swing, knows it's going out, but sticks her arm out, goes boop, out. I would never do that. I'd be nervous. It would actually hit me.
More serving from the setter, and again, they're all getting in each other's way a little bit. That was Kissy. And that's not going to impress Zé Roberto one little bit. They looked out of sync there. Oh, it's his turn to start having a word with his players. Yeah, he's not happy. Yeah, you get 2 sets up. Yeah, human nature is, oh yeah, we got this. We're under control. It's cool. We're all right. You start fast in that 3rd set. It's almost tempted to think game over. It's not.
Especially with Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand's got other ideas, and they don't give you cheap points. Pipe attack. No, that won't work. It's not been functioning fully for them. Bergman mid-court has to swing. That's not going to go. Will this pipe attack work? No, it won't. Picked up by Kissy. Now Julia Bergman will find the corner perfectly.
Good defensive effort on both sides.
That's a lovely hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Bergman seeing the 2 blockers towards her left. Open court, basically an open meadow, a field in front of her on her right.
From one Julia to another, and she's almost fluked an ace there. Oh, hello. And guess who that was?
She's human.
Gabby with the miss.
And that was tricky move by Thailand because the first one touches the middle and the setter Pornpun has to go over with it. Gabby thinking, all right, free meal. Let's feast.
Thailand using the rarely seen off-the-face pass. And it worked. Is this going to work from Chachuan? No, she's a long way back. Just dropped it mid-court. Gabby off the block and
wow!
out.
In!
Oh, it's in. It's dropped in. I thought that was spinning out. It suddenly dipped. Huh.
Oh, man, that's got to feel good. And especially since Gabby, after just making A, she kind of needs a point there. Goes for a big swing, but the hands are there.
How often do you see those drop out? But that one slammed the brakes on. Caught the line. And that's a shame from Chachuan. It's interesting. Roberta's come in early in this set for Macris. I mean, it is at the server line, and she does tend to come in to the rotation when the setter is up to serve. But whether she'll stay in is what we'll keep an eye on here. They've just been a little bit out of sync by their standards, Brazil. And Roberta sends a serve down the line. Nicely picked up. It'll come far side and rubbed off the block and away by Pimpichaya.
She's getting heated up.
And Roberta, by the way, is staying on.
And Pimpichaya at 13 make that 14 points top scorer of the match.
Hataya takes care of that. And into the block again. Hataya takes out Carroll. They read that one perfectly. Well, this is a nice little lead that they're building up here.
Yeah, Thailand has just turned it on in the blocks. 4 blocks this set alone. And on one of them on Carroll as well. She does not see that often. She's usually so good at going around it.
Well, Brazil need a side out here. And they're going to get it. It's a clever serve, right idea. Just went too deep. So they're blocking well. They forced a change of setter. And they've got a lead here to protect Thailand, having spent most of the match chasing.
4 errors, 4 of those points. Half of Brazil's points come from Thai errors.
Well, they were lining up for that one and marked that one down as another error. This is getting looked at, I think. I think they want this looked at. And I don't know that they're going. I don't know that they're going to get what they want. Well, the video will give us conclusive proof. I didn't see anything. Let's see.
I don't think I saw a touch either. I'm surprised that they all asked for it because I think, I'm not sure they're convinced either. Oh, it's hard to tell if her finger moves.
I'm not seeing it.
Well, enough to slow down some Brazilian momentum at least.
It does burn one of 2 challenges though, Coach Danai. Gabby will serve. And again, they're lining up. Nice little fake works, and driving through was Ash Charapur. You get her going, you're going to have a different look to this Thai offense.
Man, I love this play. I mean, look, the speed of that attack is right over the shoulder of the middle blocker. Basically, two quick attacks coming.
Can they keep it going here? That's going to go off and away. Off the Bergman hit.
Yeah, capitalizes on the speed. The middle blocker not fully formed in the block. Goes off hands.
So Carroll serving a 10-11 here in set 3. Well, that's not the best of takes.
Okay, good save though.
Just about kept it alive. Roberta goes backside and Kissy drops it in deep.
Yeah, that free ball opportunity for Brazil, a one-on-one. Difficult waters once you get a one-on-one for Brazil.
The real bad news for Thailand is you got more of Carroll serving as a result of that. We're back level again. Carroll sends in a dipper, which Panoi has handled very, very well, and then it's finished very effectively as well. Big gap between front court and back court there, found very impressively by Hataya, and will take Thailand to the technical timeout, 12-11.
Não vamos acreditar que vai dar certo. As atacantes de meio são baixas, elas estão recebendo pouco. Ela está forçando mais no B do que no A. No A ela está jogando segundo tempo o tempo todo. O outro set tiveram 2 bolas de meio todo o segundo tempo que está jogando. E a bola da saída que nós temos que parar lá. Vambora, galera. Vamos apertar o jogo. Sabe? A Líbera é o pior número lá. Mas entre ela e a outra da posição 6. Vambora.
Só sai da out agora.
Look at the percentages, 38 and 42 now. The blocks balancing out as well, but it's 3 aces for the Thais. This didn't turn into the block, hasn't yet turned into the block fest that I think some were expecting. So comes in from deep to Gabby. Kissy sends it back down the line, side out.
And Gabby's kind of just running the backcourt there, steps in confidently, takes the ball, gives Roberta a nice shot to send that wide, enough height, enough distance, enough width. Kissy's got wide open line.
The service line. Again, it's a nice take. And again, sharp, quick strike offense.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I'm the Thai coach right now, I'm saying just continue with that speed because that's what they're beating the blockers with. You can see there, Roberta still jumping on the way up when the attack is coming, and that's the strength of the Thai offense.
Hataya. Thailand matching Brazil. Stride for stride goes after Gabby. There's a switch over to Julia B, who's absolutely nailed that one. The gap to find in the backcourt. Did she find it?
Oh yeah, great push all the way out there. Julia B now top scorer, tied up with Pimpichai at 14.
Well, she's not going to get herself an ace here, but that's taken a touch. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Always got to watch your feet.
But you got to watch the ball as well. How can you watch both at the same time, Nick? Explain
That's
it.
tough, isn't it? It's tough.
Whoever says volleyball's easy,
yeah.
You got to look at 2 things at once.
Pimpichai's watching the ball. The big toe got in the way. Lovely dig from Julia Bergman. And another one there from Pianut, but that's going to come back over, and it's a freebie for Julia K. And Brazil cranking up the heat here.
I like those defenses, but the finish from Julia K, changing the direction of the ball. Have a look at that big dig in the backcourt by Pianut. Julia Kay knows she's going to be in a joust fest. She just wants to go straight down on the left.
Coach Danai says, got to stop this.
ถูกไหมพอจี้ติ๋มเสร็จติ๋มจะไปผสมไม่ได้ ที่สำคัญที่สุดพอจี้ติ๋ม2 คนต้องรันให้100ดิตอนเนี้ย2 คนต้อง100เลยต้องแบบเหมือน AB เลยอ่ะเพราะว่าโซนมันจะตั้งไม่ทันถูกไหมพอเขาจี้ติ๋มไม่ให้ติ๋มเล่นเราผสมไม่ได้เราต้องผสม3 เมตรแทนนะเอาคอนเซปต์นี้ให้ได้ แล้วก็ถ้าติ๋มไม่ต้องรีบเองไม่ต้องห่วงตีเลยเองรับก่อนนะรับดีมีชัยไปก่อนนะ
Well, here's the numbers. Positive reception percentages look pretty good, don't they?
They do. A couple too many service errors, though, on the Thai side.
Julia Bergman with serve. That's not the best of takes, but they've conjured something up out of it. Lovely one-handed set there.
Kaukalaya coming in strong.
Off a super set, it has to
Yeah,
be said.
one-handed as well. I'm always impressed when setters can do that.
Well, she's now going to send in a serve that is a good 3 meters too long. How many times have we said this match? The Thais just chasing. Can they get close? Can they hang on? Brazil always just seem to find that extra gear when they're pushed. Julia Kay with serve. This is going to come near side and Chachuan into the net, and that gap is growing at the wrong end of the set as well.
I thought that was a pretty good-looking set from the libero Pianut. Just a bit off the net, maybe.
But it was very low as well.
Was it?
Really low. The swing. Should be disappointed with that. That's one for the blockers to get ready for, but they still couldn't stop it. Pimpichaya.
Just snuck that under the armpit of Carol. Good angle, great angle, fantastic angle, if you will.
Chachuan, hello, here's trouble. Ooh, the blocks helped him out. That was Roberta coming up with the block. But it's just delayed it. Pimpichaya starting to really step it up when Thailand need her as well.
Yeah, she could be make or break for this Thai team. How she ends up with a one-on-one, though, she's their top scorer, their big hitter, and she cannot be left one-on-one, surely.
Chachuan sends another one really, really deep. I mean, you've got to send in the deep serves, but not that long.
So we're looking at 8 errors so far out of Thailand, just in this set alone. Think about if they hadn't made those errors, it'd be a very different looking scoreline.
Oh, really? If they'd cut them in half, what a difference.
Yeah, that was the 9th, actually.
Roberta serves down the line. That's going to get picked up by Natalia. Roberta sends it over to Julia. Ooh, that's a miss. That's a miss. She doesn't need anyone to tell her that either.
Yeah, it looked like she caught that a little bit on the side of her hand, didn't have a full control, couldn't finish where she wanted with it. Thailand's looking good for it, though, 17-18.
Kissy near side. Ooh. I tell you, that was confidence.
Yeah, the finish deep to the corner. The set from Carol, and then lefty on the outside. Was there a touch on that somewhere? Because that looked wide.
Had to be a touch. Had to be a touch. There were certainly no challenges forthcoming.
Oh.
There's that quick strike offense again. You've talked about it all day long, Keith. They, you know, when they click, they're fast.
Yeah, there are 2 things that Thailand's known for. Really annoying teams with their defense. I mean, they're going to get everything up they can, and that just super fast offense.
Pimpachaya serves Natalia. Roberta sends it over to Julia B. That's picked up in the backcourt by Cha Chuong. And there's a chance here for Charaporn, and she's ripped it straight at the feet of Gabby. No chance for her to bring that back. And Thailand are level.
There's the annoying defense, right? I mean, just when Brazil thinks we got a good swing on that, that's going down. Nope, comes right back up and back at them even faster.
Terrific hit. Pimpachaya down the line. Julia Bergman picks it up, and oh, that's a bad one. That's a miss. That's a miss. Oh, they want this looked at.
Thailand looked pretty convinced, though. They immediately threw their hands up.
They'll know. I mean, if that's touched a player, she'll know.
Or are they just really good actresses?
Oh, you can't fool Hawkeye. I have no idea what's going on here, but they're loving it.
They're having fun.
And we're loving watching
I love
them.
it. I love it.
They are such fun in the bullpen there.
There's some TikTok dance moves, perhaps.
These young people in
I
their
know,
TikTok dances.
we're way too old to understand anything about that.
Oh, is that a little wobble there?
I don't think so.
A little index finger wobble there? What do we think? Right hand.
I think it's just a shadow.
No. What did you say? It's the shadow.
Things are getting interesting.
They've been here before, Thailand. Can they finish the job? Noses in front. There's a chance here. No, that's some rescue again. Brilliant. And then Cha Chuong runs into the block, but still they managed to keep it alive. That's sent deep, and it's Gabby back there to deny Pimpachaya. Bergman doesn't really have much of a play there. Pushes it out.
Wow.
Pushes it out. Oh, that's 2 misses in a row for Brazil.
And that's what I was talking about, that center line. You saw Pimpachaya had to save the ball. Excuse me, not Pimpachaya. It was that Charaporn, I think, that had to save the ball down the center line, and she fell over almost. I think her face went on the other side, but doesn't count. It's illegal.
Ela tá lá na posição 4. Nós temos que realizá-la sem deixar ponto. 2 pontinhos nessa posição. Só arrumar um pouquinho melhor o passe lá dentro. Veio aparecer, abrir espaço, bora. Carol, o que eu falei que ela passou no tempo atrás. É cada uma na sua. O passe tá bom. Não deixa, né? Não solta.
Well, this is certainly the right stage in the set to jump into a lead, isn't it? 21-19. Side out from here. We're going into a 4th set. Might be better than that, because Julia Bergman has made a complete mess of that. Can't find a winner either. Pimpachaya picks that up as Charaporn is wiped out by Carol. Oh, that's a set-saving block right there.
Man, that could be changing the momentum, and that's exactly what Gabby does. I mean, she's so confident in that area. The speed and the timing perfect with her outside, and then just presses over.
And as I've been saying all match, she's a good server as well. This will be a time to come up with another one. If she doesn't do it, Pierre's picked that up nicely, and that is absolutely ripped by a Charaporn. That might be the fastest one of the day for Thailand. They stay in control of this set.
That's what I feel bad for the blockers, because my eyes even went to the outside. My eyes went to number 12. Did not even take into account as Charaporn coming from the pipe.
There's Charaporn with the floated serve. Yeah. Quick side out. Thailand won't mind a side out game.
And that's the thing, they can afford to go point for point as long as they keep siding out. They cannot give free points, free serves. It's a great swing by Julia K, cross her body.
Puts huge pressure on the Brazil servers.
That's right.
They've got to get a point back on serve somewhere, and not many opportunities. That one was well left. Kissy was looking for it. And that takes us closer to going into a 4th set.
Exactly like you said, the pressure's then on the server to try and do something.
Whereas Thailand can just say, hey, we'll side out, we don't care.
Yep.
Ataya sends that in, Natalia picks it up, running attack, is sent back in.
Oh, huge block for Thailand.
Unlucky. They're so unlucky.
Oh, what was I looking at? I thought that went in.
Well, I think half the arena thought that was in. But the call upstairs is that's a point Brazil.
So it did go in. She touched the net.
Must have been a net touch. Must have been a net touch. And all the drama and all the excitement and these Thai fans in the arena, they were on their feet. But no, it's 22-23. Thailand still in a good position. This is a tough take.
Again.
Brilliantly done. Brilliantly done.
You know
That
what?
is set point.
Same play, same play, different player. Thailand starting to run their game, and when they run their offense that they like, look, nobody's up. Gabby's flying in, diving, nothing.
Set point Thailand. Pawn punt serves Natalia. This should come back. Gabby's blocked out of it though. She's blocked out. Somehow it's still going though.
Hang on.
My goodness me. How is this point still alive? And then Gabby says, hey, we're not going anywhere. We need to see that again, because I think, again, everybody's thinking, that's the end of the set. Brazil had other ideas.
I thought that was down and dead. What happened, replay? Please show us what happened. Well, this is not the point. This is the last point. That's how that happened. But I'm just curious how it was kept alive.
Earlier in the rally. Rosa Maria comes in. Height at the front court needed now. Actually, Rosa Maria's dropped into the back court. Well, they got some big players on that court. They need a block. This is set point on the Julia serve. This for the set for Thailand, and they've got it. Chachuon rips it between backcourt defenders, and Thailand are in business now.
That's huge for Thailand, because we talked about it earlier. Every single set is crucial. Whether or not they win this match in the end, this set could be make or break for them in the long run, making it into the top 8. Man, they earned that too. They fought.
They did.
Even with so many errors, I mean 9 errors for Thailand in that set alone, still able to scramble it out. 4 blocks made a huge difference too.
Yeah, really. They blocked well. But they're in this now. I mean, they were kept at arm's length in the first set. They pushed it so hard in the second set. That could have gone either way. Now, they've taken set 3.
Yeah.
It's got to be decision time for Zé Roberto again here.
And
Who does he have as his setter? Does he keep Roberto? Does he bring McCrease back in? What does he do?
Well, what can he do? Here's a look at the velocity of the spikes. Brazil putting a lot of spikes above 80 kilometers an hour. They're targeting that sort of right-hand side of the court. Two little groups of attacks there. One to the right side, one sort of down the line in the middle between the defenders. Thailand all over the place. And that's another thing about the Thai offense. So the speed, you can see less of the attacks are in that yellow. Sorry, less of them are in the red above 80 kilometers an hour, but they just place them all over the court. There's really no rhyme or reason to it.
As you say, just look at those errors. And yet they didn't matter in the end. More blocks, more attack points. And they deserved it.
They absolutely did. Those blocks crucial, especially against a team like Brazil that gets their momentum from making big attacking plays when they can slow them down at the block. Here's a look at the replay. We're going to see this play again. So there's the pickup. Oh, that's what happened, a bit of footwork.
Wow.
So Natinya makes the dig, and Gabby with the footwork.
Well, that's ridiculous. Because as you say, everybody's thinking that's dead. But in the end, it counted for nothing.
Well, I think Brazil was hoping to win in 3, but they pushed to at least 4. The question now is, can Thailand continue this momentum? Because they squeaked that one out, I would say. Didn't look that comfortable, but once they got their offense going and playing the kind of game they want to play, they are really, really dangerous.
Well, you said it earlier, they're annoying, Thailand.
Yeah.
And, you know,
in the best possible way.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a positive, because they give you nothing.
Yeah.
You think you've won a point, and it's like, oh, back it comes again.
Yep. They're scrappy in defense, they're getting things up, and then when they do get the ball off the floor, they're firing it out. I mean, Pornpun is putting so much speed onto this, and there's players jumping at the same time that all the blockers on the Brazilian side are sort of, who do I jump with? You have to commit block with the fast, but then you're already down by the time the next ball is coming at you. There's no time to turn around, make a little jump step here and there.
No significant changes for Zé Roberto. He starts with the group that finished that last set, which means Roberto will be setting. Roberto will also be serving to get this fourth set underway. And we have personnel in place for Thailand. Roberto with serve, picked up by Chachuan. The block's there, but it goes out. It goes out. Again, it's the speed of this offense. Whereas Charaporn is all smiles.
Yeah, and you can see that Pornpun gets the ball not perfectly in the right position, but right at the net.
That's Charaporn with serve, serving Julia B. Kissy. Something going on at the net there, but that's a point Brazil.
Yeah, Pornpun flying a little bit.
There is that something. Running attack doesn't quite work. Ataya is picked off. Kissy will pick it up and send it too long. As you said, Key, can Thailand take this into a fifth set tiebreaker? Not with serving like that, as Ataya comes up with nothing but nylon.
Yeah, a few missed serves in the last set. I think if they could control those, they'll have a much better opportunity.
It's Carroll with serve, serving Pianut. And there's another one of those ripped down the line, smash Charaporn. Well, is it my imagination, or is she starting to hit this ball harder and harder the longer this match goes on?
Yeah, getting some confidence. Absolutely, and she's got the space there, the visibility down the line. Those are the kind of defenses that Gabby was making earlier on.
Just a bit of extra steam on that one, wasn't there? Just got the better of Gabby. Pornpun with serve. The reverse set, that's good enough for Kissy. Set 4. The greatest of takes, but can they get themselves out of trouble? No, Gabby is there to deny Pimpachaya. Julia B is denied by a containing block. Roberta will send that back over to Julia B, who does get the better of the block this time.
And again, she's been making a couple of errors, but when she gets her hand on it, through the hands of the blocker, she is the top scorer for Brazil for a reason.
Kissy serves down the line. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Double touch is the official call.
Yeah, a bit of spin coming out of the hands, but difficult spot. She's falling backwards. Let's see if Thailand can get her in a better position this time.
Yeah, got to dig in here. Chachuan is denied. That's come back. She'll get a second look at it. And again, all Brazilian players throwing themselves at each other. Julia and Natalia, but they've kept it alive between them. Oh, Gabby was falling away there. She's a little bit unlucky in the backcourt, Gabby, there. She was completely committed and just fell away. Otherwise, she might have got a dig there. Earlier, we saw Julia and Natalia almost coming to blows, literally.
I mean, you never want to see two players colliding, but it looks like Thailand sort of got Brazil a little bit in a fuss.
Well, you know,
They normally look so in control.
You see Gabby off balance like that. She committed before the swing, read it, but read it wrong. Chachuan flukes it, does she? No. Well, this would have been a fluke. It really would.
Oh, the net. There was no one. I mean, there was no way Julia Kay was going to get that up.
Julia Bergman with serves. Not a great take from Ascharapon. Just a swing and a hope for the best from Pianut. Gabby. No, that's picked up by Chachuan. This will come over. And too good from Pimpichaya.
Nice work by Thailand to turn a difficult situation. I mean, they were on the back foot there. That ball really high and set. But Pimpichaya doing a great job of using the hands of Gabby. She's frustrated with herself. Gotta give credit though, Pimpichaya, an incredible attacker.
Down the line and again, not missing by much. Well, she goes for her shots. She really does. She'll go for a quick trip to the bench as the libero will come in. Julia with serve. Comfortable take. But, the containing block will take the sting out of that one. And here comes Gabby off the block and away. And Brazil going through the gears here now in this fourth set.
Yeah, I think looking for Gabby to get a little bit more involved this set. In set number 3, she only put up 1 point, which is so unusual for her.
So Julia Kay continues with serve. Oh, did it take a touch? Yes, it did. Pimpichaya was immediately going back to her huddle and saying, yeah, don't worry, I got that. The fact that there is no complaint from the other side tells you everything you need to know. Julia picks that up. There's Chachuan picking up the pipe attack, and that's incredible. Oh, it's a valiant effort. It really was a valiant effort from Gabby, but again, power hitting coming in from Thailand now.
Yeah, converting the defense into the offense. That's what they've been doing. The annoying defense, because that was a pretty good swing by Brazil. But Gabby, nothing she could do there. That was already long gone.
Thai sticking around again.
Wow.
Yeah, some dig that was from Chachuan, wasn't it? That was a winner all the way. Gabby, and that's come straight back again off Pianut this time. So Julia will have a go. She's blocked out of it. That's 3. Here's number 4. That's blocked. And it blocks out. Oh, resolute defense from Thailand. But Brazil had to win that point 4 times over.
I know, and that's what I talk about, that Thailand's defense just doesn't give up. They are everywhere. They are touching things.
And they may yet get this point.
Might.
They may yet.
We're on the other side of it, so I'm not going to make a call.
We have no clue.
But
we were just marveling at the quality of the defense from Thailand on that rally.
if they do get it, they deserve it.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that last set.
Yeah, this is making your own good fortune here.
Ooh.
Have they got it? Have they got it? Yes, they have. They have. And they're celebrating like they just won the match.
I think someone got hit in the head. I think Pianut got hit by one of the celebrations.
Well, that was one of the, well, I always just say, any part of the ball covers any part of the line, it's in. And that was an illustration of that. I mean, that's the width of a fingernail. Hey, guess what? We're level. Gabby. Again, Chachuan this time in the backcourt. Pimpichaya, too good, too good. Are we seeing another momentum shift here?
Starting with a beautiful defense down the line. Pimpichaya just getting a full rip on it. There's the fans enjoying it.
They've made a lot of noise all match. I tell you, you look at the Brazil body language. They're not enjoying this. They're really not. Gabby with the take this time. That's more like it, says Carol. Enough with all this.
Yeah, slices that pass. It's a good setup in the block by Hataya, taking away an angle, but Carol sees it early. She was another one in set 3, only had 2 points. So I'm looking for her to get more involved.
Roberta continues to serve down the line, and that's just a comfortable take once again for the middle blocker. I think that was Hataya on that far side, just picking that one up. Yeah, he's not happy. He's not happy. They've got wins against Serbia and China already in 5 sets in this year's VNL, Thailand. They are built for the long haul. You don't have this team hanging around in a 5-setter. And that's exactly what Carol's thinking there, I think, dropping that into the corner perfectly.
Yeah, Carol had 6 points in the first set. She was instrumental in that first set win, so if she can get firing again, put some pressure back on Thailand.
Gabby now with serve. Oh, a lovely disguised attack. Really nice disguised attack. Froze the defenders. And you're saying, you've talked about this before, off the shoulder of the middle.
Well, look, see, Julia B goes up and she's back down and then she's up again. I mean, she's not really, it's so hard to time this ball as a blocker.
Hataya sends one in deep. Natalia picks it up, but Roberta's got to cover some ground, and Kissy can't beat the backcourt defender, which is Charapon, and then Pimpichai comes in and finishes the job. Great transition, Thailand. Hey, they're taking a lead into the technical timeout here in this 4th set.
They are riding this momentum wave.
Saque tá alto, dá tempo de chegar atrás da bola para fazer o movimento e fazer ela andar para a rede. Você é grande, não precisa queimar isso. Espera, nós temos que esperar no chão. E só tá aqui, ó. Não adianta baixar e queimar antes. A gente está fora de tempo, nós estamos saltando antes, ela tá batendo depois. Com elas tem que ter calma, galera. Jogar um pouquinho mais esperando.
Sai da
Mudar o jogo é melhorar o saque, galera. Ela tá jogando muito confortável. Nós estamos só direcionando, vamos melhorar o saque. Vambora!
18, vambora!
Just look at those numbers for the attack percentage. Now the blocks so close.
And those errors, 10 errors, a lot of them came in the earlier sets. So if they can get a hold of those service errors, Thailand, we're gonna have a very different looking set.
So they're built for the long haul. I mean,
That's right.
they've had 4 5-setters already in this year's VNL. 1-2, lost 2. Don't bet against a 5th coming here. Hataya serves Gabby. Nice take. Oh, they haven't kept that alive, have they? They have. Pornapun, though, is the one that's trying to have to swing on that, which is not ideal. But again, they won't give anything up. Too good a hit in the end. This is what Brazil are going to have to be. Patient.
Yeah.
Be prepared to win a point 2, 3, 4 times over if you have to.
You're exactly right. Patience, going again and again and again, because the ball's just going to keep coming back.
Carol with serve. That's a tough take, but she's got away with it somehow. Chachuan didn't have much of space to work with there.
Good body control as well.
Yeah,
Look, she
really.
swings and then almost flying into the nets. Then straight as possible to get her momentum stopping. That's hard to do, harder than it looks.
That's very impressive. Too good.
little bit of floor wiping going on. Perhaps Thailand feeling the pressure of Brazil coming back. Want to slow things down, ice the server a bit.
The server is Kissy. That's 12-13. It's a very comfortable take. That should be a put away, and is. Not the most demanding of serves. Got what it deserved. Still a hell of a shot as well at the finish.
Oh man, great swing down the line. So much space though, Julia B.
What do you do if you're a blocker there? There's looks like two of them going up for
Yeah,
it.
that's the thing.
They're so good at that.
Oh, oh!
That's a shame. That's a shame. They're calling a carry. They're calling a carry upstairs.
I don't know about that because they let Gabby get away with it.
That's a second touch and you catch the ball.
2, 3. Oh yeah, there were a couple of.
Yeah.
It rolled up the shoulder a little bit to the elbow.
Yeah.
Needs to come off clean in one contact.
Yeah, that is the right call. Julia B with serve. Chachuan picks that up. Pipe attack. See ya.
Man, this is really starting to heat up in that position. I mean, it is so fast. That cross action is what's so important because the blockers on the other side, they just get a little bit flabbergasted when there's so much speed coming at them.
That's where Brazil will need to really hang in here. They can't allow this gap to grow any wider. Roberta goes backside, and it's a bit of a stretch, but getting away with it there is Julia Kay. Ooh, that could have been trouble. She's done well there.
Yeah, just slipping it underneath. Sees Hataya there taking a step in the opposite direction. She's come in to take the tip, but the tip comes inside her.
Julia with serve again. It's not the greatest, and it got what it deserved. Another one inside from Hataya to put away.
It's so flat. It's interesting because it's not a high, hard-driven ball, but look how flat it comes deep between Julia and Julia. Helps that there's no blocker in sight as well.
Kimpachaya with serve. Gabby off the block.
Tiny little fingernail touch. No, that's more than a fingernail. That's a full finger.
Yeah, that's right. She knew immediately. So Brazil stayed close. Roberta serves Chachuan. That's a tough one. Yeah, and it's picked up. Some pick up that from Roberta. And there's a bunch of net cord there, and they're saying it's all over, but it must have taken a touch off a Thai blocker as well, and so play goes on, and that took a touch and away and off and gone. And as Chanaport comes up with the win, and Thailand holding their nerve here in what has become a side-out duel.
Do you know what? Credit as well to the players on the court, because once something like that happens and everyone's going, oh, touch, no touch, no touch, you can easily lose your head and lose your focus, but they stuck with it.
This set is too finely balanced to be losing your focus. Oh, and an ace comes in. A dipper. Now then.
Oh.
Now then.
That's Chatterbourne. Clutch moment to get an ace.
So that's back-to-back huge plays from her. Look at that, just dying.
No spin. 0 spin on that ball, so it's just floating through the air, and gravity takes it at the last minute.
So Roberto has called a timeout of that.
Joga para 15 na entrada. Isso é que nós temos que entender no jogo, galera. Outra coisa, agora a gente começou, primeiro saque a gente solta, deixa andar, né? Vamos embora, estourou, tem que estar lá, que eu te falo. Bora. Tem que estar pronto, vamos embora.
Well, as much as Thailand are built for the 5-set distance. Roberto might remember how this week started for Brazil when they were sensational through 2 sets against China. Let China take it into a 5th set before they rallied and got the win. Is history repeating itself here? It's looking that way. 18-15. Brazil needs side out right now. They're going to get it. Gabby.
Clever swing by Gabby. Again, she loves to use off the hands. I mean, when she has it, she can go high and hard and deep and go over the block. But in this instance, getting a touch on the way through.
Gabby will now drop back to serve. That's not a great take. Can they rescue it? No, no, that was all... Actually, Pornpun is putting her hands up to say that's on me, but she certainly wasn't expecting that service reception to come at her like that.
Oh, I see what's happened. Okay, so Pianut's gotten in the way. That was the call for Pimpichaya to swing in that direction, in that zone. Pornpun just didn't realize there was a bit of collision back there.
That's one of the points back. This 4th set not over yet. Far, far from it. Gabby sends that up to Chachuon, who has not handled it very well at all. Can she clear up the mess? Not really. Natalia is there to pick up that. Roberta goes backside. Kissy rips it off. Pianut.
Oh, good.
Somehow kept alive by Ascharapur, and Pimpichaya hoists it. Full-on defense here for Thailand. And then Carol just takes it off the block, but there's a whistle. There is a whistle.
Man, if there wasn't a touch on that, though. That was a good defense.
This is getting looked at.
Interestingly, it looked as though the coach asked, did we touch it? Should I challenge? And the player said, no, no, don't. That's what I understood from the body language. I think it was too late.
It was certainly called by the second referee near side at floor level. So, yeah, if he's called it against the advice of his players, well, that tells you everything you need to know. Any contact at the net here? Yes.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to make sure your players are screaming for a challenge before you call it, in my opinion. Although they might have just wanted a little bit of a timeout. That's fine too.
Well, the lead's gone on 2 Gabby serves. So Brazil right back in business here, and it's another awful take from Chachuon. Pimpichaya has brilliantly... No, she hasn't. I thought she'd conjured something up there, Pimpichaya, but no. Did not take a touch on its way through. But again, service reception is all over the place, and yeah, she's just slid it past the block.
Oh, the net getting in the way again. Come on, net.
3 points in a row, Brazil, and suddenly all that good work from Thailand is unraveling here. Gabby mixing up the serves really nicely. That'll get picked up in the backcourt. Gabby's there. Julia Bergman looks for the cross-court kill, and Brazil, with 4 points in a row, have control of this set and this match. It's incredible how quickly things can change around. Double substitution. Out goes Pimpichaya. Out goes Pornpun. Tanacha will come in alongside Sirima. And suddenly, Thailand are chasing it. Clever serving again from Gabby. She's mixing them up so nicely. There's another block. That's Carol. And I think this has just turned into a tidal wave of Brazil attacks. All off this serving from Gabby, who's mixing it up so well.
She is. And then Carol doing what Carol does. Top blocker in the competition for a reason. Comes in clutch.
This was 18-16. If somebody just walked away and came back and they've looked and gone, oh, what just happened there?
Yeah. If anyone went to get popcorn.
เราต้องผสมอย่ายกอย่างนี้ไม่ได้เข้าใจไหมนะ2บอลไม่ตายเข้าตำแหน่งให้เร็วบล็อกปิดให้เร็วหน่อยเข้าใจไหมไม่งั้นแย่บอลยกหัวเสา
Well, they had this 4th set. Have they let it slip away? Some big Brazil blocks coming in now. course, Carroll's in the middle of it. But Gabby's serving has been terrific here. Now she switches over to that far side to Chachuan. Chachuan says, right, you've come after me once too often this time. Side out.
Yeah, good play, good move. The new setter is in, so there's a little bit of confusion by the blockers of Brazil, who to go after.
Ataya back to serve, 19-21. Brazil comfortable here. Thailand desperately need a point on serve here. They serve Gabby. Roberta hangs it up in the middle for Carroll just to smash away.
There's the timing and the connection that we're used to seeing between Roberta and Carroll. She takes such a big approach. Huge windmill coming in and all her power down that angle.
So it's Carroll serving at 22-19. Sends a deep one in, and it's a bit too deep. As we said earlier, hey, Thailand can play side out. Right now, Brazil can play side out. They don't care. They're under no pressure now. Thailand got to find 2 points in a hurry. Yeah, they've switched the setter out. Sanitra's come out, so they're definitely looking for a block here. With Pimpachai coming back in. It's a zinger. Too much on it. Too much on it from Tanacha.
That burns because you know she wants to put pressure on Brazil. She doesn't want to give them a freebie. But at this stage, you've got to make them play. You know, you cannot give them those points getting closer to the end line.
Rosa Maria will come in. She'll serve. (23-20) set 4. Picked up by Chachuan. Driving through is Pimpachai. The block contains it. It's come back over. Chachuan takes it.
Woo!
Pick up there from Gabby. Acrobatic. Bergman drills it. Picked up in the backcourt by Thailand. Switch. Long, long, long set there. Then the push into space is the right decision. Pimpachai. Quick reactions. Quick decision making.
Man, I'm surprised to see that ball. That's not a hard-driven ball. That's just two-handed push. Blockers and the defense alike just watching it. And that's the thing in volleyball. I mean, we see a lot of very fast, hard attacks, but it's just a matter of finding the space on the floor where nobody else is hanging out.
Thailand needing 2 points on serve and fast. Chachuan. That's a duel at the net, and Roberta says, don't worry, I got you. I got you. That's an experienced setter going to work there.
Man, that should have been a point for Thailand. Good serve, overpass. And again, number 15, Kaukalaya, letting it drop.
Match point. Julia Bergman with a good serve. Chachuan's kept it alive. That's got to go, and does. Pimpachaya side out, but now the hard part. Not 1, but 2 points on serve needed right now. And it's Kaukalaya who's going to come in to try and keep Thailand in this match.
She could be the hero. She got an ace.
She needs
couple
another.
Of sets ago.
She needs another right now. Got to put it in play, and does. Serves Natalia, but it's Gabby. Does it catch the line? No, it does not. No, it does not. It looked long. Zé Roberto's calling for this. I'm not sure he's going to get this overturned, you know.
Oh, that was very close, though. You might as well. If this is the moment to call, you don't want to let Thailand creep back in it and force to a fifth. So
yeah, absolutely. No, he's got to have a look. I thought it was just long, not by much. You're absolutely right there. And as we've said before, and been proved right, any part of the ball covers any part of the line. This will get overturned, but it's going to be mighty close.
Brazil does not look convinced.
Yeah. Is it all over? Can we pack our bags and go? No, we can't. We stay on.
It might have been worth looking for a touch instead. Oh man, they really are they like the drama, don't they?
It's
Thailand
still
and Brazil.
match point. Switch up again. Kissy back in for Rosa Maria. They needed 2 points on serve right here. They've got one. A Gabby miss. Sent too long. Kaukalaya. Can she put pressure on with this serve? Natalia picks that up. Roberta gives it to Gabby again.
Oh.
Picked up by Chachuan. Pornpun's got a touch on this. Got to be good.
Ooh.
Oh, Bergman denies that's Charaporn. Here goes Gabby, and that'll do
Off
it.
the hand.
That'll do it.
Oh, what a fight by Thailand. They almost had that comeback. But great finish by Brazil. It's Gabby, of course.
Well, that's how you want to see a match end. It really is, on a quality play, not a mistake. Respect from the coaching staffs, of course.
And from the DJs playing this, the final.